at work HR would be involved, in the FGC, people would just kick you out of the arcade.
Go follow Lone Wolf, his videos are fucking great. But he's got a point. One of the reasons why I like the FGC so much is that we grew up in the arcade, and the arcade was fundamentally face-to-face. Not to play my old man card here, but there is an entire generation of gamers that only know video games as an online activity. And so they approach video games with the mentality that they can do or say anything, and it's all in fun. And this eventually extends to horrible shit like death threats or racial slurs. They run people out of communities under the pretense of, oh, they're the weak ones because they couldn't put up with the shit that I said. Fuck that. Because if you wouldn't say it in meat space, you shouldn't fucking say it online. In the arcade I used to go to, if you said some racial slur or some other bullshit like that, you would get thrown out. And I mean, like, literally, physically thrown out. The owner of the arcade was this nice old man, so, like, he couldn't do it. But the rest of the FGC sure could. Bunch of large, dumpy 6'4" motherfuckers like myself. All salty and filled with rage because someone double-snapped them in Marvel 2. They were waiting for someone to come in there and be a douchebag. One of my friends back in the day grabbed a dude by his throat and threw him out the front door because he used the N-word. A kid came in and he was throwing around homophobic slurs and he got beat the fuck up. Like, beat up like Black Eye beat up. And he fucking called the cops. He brought the cops in trying to get us all in trouble. And you know what happened? We all just played dumb. Even the owner. All of us played dumb. Said we had no idea what he was talking about. Then it was just our word versus his. And there were a lot more of us than him. And I'm not trying to make this video saying, oh, the FGC is so goddamn badass. What I am trying to say is that if you say that shit that you say online, in real life, there are fucking consequences. And the FGC was very good at dealing with consequences. And I'm not saying that this was because we were super noble or anything. It's because we had to. If an asshole started chasing people away from the arcade, then we had no one to play against. You'd go to the arcade and the cabs were empty, and that's the worst feeling in the world. You had to make the arcade safe so people would keep coming. And the FGC is learning that the same holds true for tournaments and locals today. And so we're doing our motherfucking best when someone says something fucked up to kick them out of the motherfucking arcade. It's just the arcade is the FGC now. Yeah, so if you're the type of gamer that likes to throw around slurs as trash talk, and justifies it by saying this is always what gaming was, no, it fucking wasn't. You don't remember the days of the arcade, and you wouldn't be welcome there. Respect was the #1 rule. Video games were, and continue to be, for everyone. Unless you're not for everyone, in which case, you can get the fuck out of my arcade.